I know that you follow geopolitics.
Yeah.
That's the topic that interests you. Why it matters for you? Why do you think it's important to follow?
What we feel as citizens, and I think maybe less so in Singapore because everything runs so well. Things don't get too expensive. It doesn't, there's not too much crime. There's no guns. So Singapore is a managed outcome. But things that you feel in society are, at the end of the day, the outcome of some decision somebody made in politics somewhere. And why they made that decision has to do with a lot of circumstances, right? How they're negotiating, importing wheat into the country or importing iron ore from Australia. And, to get more iron ore, I have to do this favor for you and this favor for you. But the stuff matters. And in consequence, what may seem as inconsequential decisions could lead to bigger problems. I also find it's so fascinating, like the amount of really smart people that are behind the scenes thinking and planning these things that doesn't get disseminated into the public arena too much. I'll give you an example, like in the politics, if you watch the debate and these going back and forth, Harris and Trump, they talk about inflation. But one thing is, obviously with some conflicts in the world, supply chain has been, hampered. After COVID, supply went zero, and then you had to adjust the supply chain. But also, money printing for the last, since 2008, is averaging, I think, 8% a year, which means that everything essentially is getting 8% more expensive every year.
Yeah.
We can feel it, but we can't understand why that is.
Yeah.
Right? And now you put real inflation on top of that, and you're looking at things that are, the rate at which the price is going up is inflation, but the rate at which you can buy less is debasement of currency. And you add that together, and things are doubling in price every 3, 4, 5 years. The biggest thing you can feel are like the big ticket prices, like homes, but you can feel it in other areas as well. People they complain about it because they feel it, but they don't understand why, and the only people they can blame is actually politics. And so it's a problem, right? But if they can't, governments, what I've learned about governments is that governments, along with little babies, have the least tolerance of pain. They'd rather nobody suffer and just keep on making everybody happy as long as they can.